Hello everybody, I got today Miss Sharne Vick. Reason why I called her in here because this woman is a miracle worker on braids. I'm not even playing. It's incredible what she can do. Obviously not on my hair, ladies and gentlemen, because you see my hair, you can't see what's going on with that. It's my daughter's hair. She was the one that I'm paying to work these cameras in the background. If you don't know who I am, I'm Patrick Thompson. You know, I got my little YouTube page, Redirection Direct, and we doing this as a live podcast today on Facebook, Redirection Direct, or Patrick Thompson, or Sharne Vick. What do you also go by? Tulsa's
Gifted Braiders.
Tulsa's Gifted Braiders.
Itty Bitty the Braidologist.
And I'm not playing. Woman is a braidologist. It's amazing. But I wanted to call her today for this podcast session of Mothers on a Mission because she has if you see her just working on braids, you be like, oh, she's just a braider. That's not true. There's so much more going on in her mind that I just wanted to expose what she does as an entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharne Vick, thank you so much for joining me today. So, Sharne, give me a little bit of your background. How did you get into braiding?
Well, my great-grandmother, she owned a salon. And it was probably well back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Mm-hmm. So I pretty much feel like I just got the niche from her. Okay. And my first time ever braiding, I was 11 years old. I just decided to braid a random person's hair, and it worked.
Just any girl's like, hey, I'm just going to braid your hair, right?
Yep. It was a little boy walking down the street, and I was like, let me braid your hair. It looked like it need to be braided. And I tried it.
That's it. I just braid. So, but here's the part that's crazy that because if you listen to my podcast, watch my videos, I believe that the amount of people that are entrepreneurs is very small. So when you look at what she does, something happened when you start braiding people's hair. Somebody made you do something.
When I was 12 and I started to get really good, my mom made me charge every client. Every person that got in my chair was a client from there on out.
And because you were doing that, you were actually able to pay for all your stuff that you needed for school.
Yeah.
Or just
all throughout high school, I paid for my cell phone bill. I bought my first car. Never had to ask my mother for anything.
Tell me how did you transition when you got done with high school? What was the transition into doing your own thing?
Well, I went to Votech in high school, and when I went to Votech, I did my junior year and my senior year, and that was in Hampton, Virginia. Mm-hmm. I moved here in the middle of my senior year, and they wouldn't take my credits. So I decided to go to Tulsa Community College for 2 years and just try it out there. But after 2 years, I realized I know I need to be a stylist, and I decided to go back to cosmetology school when I was 23.
And so how did that work out for your cosmetology school?
It was great. I went to Virginia College, which is here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, actually, they just closed down. I hate to say that. But it was a great school. And the reason why I went is because they had the name Virginia in it. Mm-hmm.
So you repping Virginia?
Yeah. That's what I rep both, Oklahoma and Virginia.
Now, the next step, and I know that somebody is going to be listening to this and say, oh, okay, so you just do booth rent. Hit me with that. Tell me your theory behind booth rent.
Well, I did booth rent once before, and I had a salon for 5 years with booth rent stylists, but I decided to take it down a notch and just go solo because over here in the Midwest, things are a little bit different. Mm-hmm. On the East Coast and the West Coast, it's way more fast-paced. So getting booth rent is easy peasy. Here, it's a little bit more difficult.
But something was happening when you were doing that booth rent because you would leave your job or come into your job, you would see something. What she told me is that when she would leave the shop or leave wherever she was, she'd be driving down the street and she would see this building.
Oh, you're talking about when I decided to work at a booth rent salon.
That's right.
Well, my first booth rent salon, I was maybe 4 or 5 months out of cosmetology school. So I decided to just try it out. And every time I would be on my way to work, I would see a building for rent. Mm-hmm. So I decided, I think I need to call the number. Mm-hmm. I need to see how much the building is and maybe I can have my own.
Now, okay, so you did something else because you've had people say to you, yeah, just keep with booth rent, but you did the numbers.
There was a lot of people that told me you need to be a booth rent stylist when you fresh out of cosmetology school. You don't need to get your own salon. You shouldn't do that. But with the number of clientele that I had, I felt the need to expand, and I had to get my own because I had way too many people coming in.
And now there's a reason why you had way too many people come in,
And
because
the math made more sense to just go ahead and have your own than rent a little small space.
Now there's a reason why she had a lot of people coming in. This woman can speed braid faster than I can run. So explain, because you were showing me, and we're gonna have some pictures to put up when I do all the editing and stuff. Like what like I've heard other braiders say, "Oh, my hands hurt," but
I feel like a lot of braiders' hands hurt when they braid because they don't practice proper ergonomics. Proper ergonomics meaning you cannot move your elbows and your shoulders and your wrists so many times in a day without being in pain. So if you practice the proper way to braid, which is not moving your wrist, you're mainly braiding with your fingers versus going like this. That's not proper ergonomics, and that's what causes people to get arthritis.
Now, so obviously I'm not braiding anybody's hair, and it just, okay, I see that makes sense. But like I said, what impressed me was the fact that you were really fast. If she says 5 hours on the head, it's 5 hours. Don't go to the mall and think you're gonna be there for 7 hours. 5 hours later, she's like, "Come get your kid," or something like that. But to me, what I notice about that is because you're able to hit that on the money, like this style is going to be 2 hours, this style is going to be 5 hours. You're able to easily line out your clients, as opposed to, well, let's see, I'll call you or let me know. You could say, okay, yeah, come on this day. This is the style that you want. Yes. Come on this day at this time, and I'll be able to get you in. And usually when that happens, I'm selling her because I seen it was amazing. Usually when that happens, the person that she had before, they're leaving, and then it's time for you to go. So, but the other thing that impressed me was when I reached out to you, you asked me for the hairstyle. I can't even draw, okay? Yeah. She asked me for the hairstyle. Now, let me back up. First of all, Facebook sent me a little message. I know, that's like, I should know that. I don't. Facebook sent me a little message, said, okay, this, that, what do you want? All right, sent you, contact you, reached out to me, and he said, send you a picture. How were you able to translate? Ooh, I hit my glasses. How are you able to translate the picture into somebody's head?
Well, all they got to do is show me a picture, and 9 times out of 10, I can do it. The same parts, the number of braids. As soon as I see it, I count the number of braids in my head, and I look at the size of the parts, how big they are. A lot of people think that the longer your hair, the more I'm going to charge. Mm-hmm. That doesn't matter. The longer the hairstyle is, the more I'm going to charge. And the harder the skill is, and the more wear and tear that it has on my wrist.
Now, when we were talking about what your goal was, because in my mind, I'm thinking if you're not doing booth rent, and you can disclose as much you want or as little as you want. When you're not doing booth rent, it's going to be hard to expand because, you're not going to always find somebody trustworthy. I know you're not going to always find trustworthy people. Yes. It's going to be hard to expand a shop with somebody managing it. And if you're not going to do booth rent, so what is your future vision, as much as you want, as little as you want, for what you want to do?
In the future, I might open up salon suites for the top and the best stylists and barbers in town. That'll be a dream one day. Hopefully it can happen.
Yeah. So now I'm going to say this again. She's bad. If you are trash, you ain't going to get in. You ain't getting in.
I want the best.
Yeah, she's not playing.
And this is like 5-10 years from now, hopefully.
Now, another thing that always kind of is weird to me, because I see you on Facebook going to these shows and whatnot, but then, you've said to me that people don't want to do them. Why is that?
I just think people are not confident enough to be around that many people. You'd be surprised how many people are introverts and have stage fright, and they barely even want to work in a salon to deal with the number of people. That's the only thing I can really think of. Because
in my mind, it would seem like, hey, let's just bring everybody together in Tulsa and just run with it. I mean,
right.
Because
just do it, just try it out.
Yeah, because this is not like, this isn't like drawn on people. This is a glamorous thing, I remember when it was the Jerry curl back in the day. I'm that old. I just gave that away, but And, that wasn't really that glamorous. It was just greasy and nasty. But now this is like I actually watch braiding videos because it's like relaxing. And it's, to me, it's like, why don't people want to just get together and just do something big like that? So, all right. If you were to talk to, okay, I almost forgot. You are a mother. Tell me about your kids.
Well, Sunny and Shine, that's their names. They are the world to me. And they just pretty much make me do what I do every day. They make me go harder.
And because, of course, you want to provide for them. But here's the thing. Mother's on a mission. Somehow you're able to juggle this. I don't even understand. How do you do it?
Well, they go to school during the week, of course. They in pre-K and kindergarten. They're 4 and 5. And at 2:30, they're enrolled in a boxing gym. Mm-hmm. So the Coach Reed Foundation, if anybody haven't heard of that, check Coach Reed out. Mm-hmm. He has been a great mentor for my kids, and he picked them up from school. They can stay there from 5, basically till 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. So I can get done with all my clients and then go pick them up at the end of the day.
Do you think that one day they're going to be like entrepreneurs too?
They definitely are. I plan on having Sunny a salon by the time she graduates, and Shine's going to have a barbershop. Either they can go to college and hire people and collect booth rent. They can go to a trade school and get their barber license and actually work there. Or they can give it back. Either one.
I love to give it back, though.
They can't do anything else with it. Not a studio, nothing, none of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a barbershop or a salon.
I like that. So now, like I said, this is Mothers on Mission. There is going to be another mom or just another woman who's trying to start a business. If you had to give them some direct information to redirect their path into starting their own business, children, no children, loans, all that stuff, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to start out inexpensive. Inbox your mentors, inbox the hoarder family members that you have. Inbox anyone that you can to get furniture and things of that sort. Try not to get any loans. You don't want to get in debt, especially when you can get things for cheaper. If you're opening up a boutique or a clothing business, all you got to do is go to the places that are closing down, and you can get stuff 75 to 90% off for clothes and shoes or whatever you need for your business if you're selling something. And if you're a stylist, this is one of the easiest business to get into. All you need is a shop license in your you don't even have to have a cosmetology license, as a matter of fact. But you cannot do hair if you don't have your cosmetology license, but you can still have your salon license and run the business.
That's good. Anything else you want to tell the people about you? Like how to reach you and get something scheduled with you.
Well, I like to book on Facebook. I know a lot of stylists have Style Seat. I don't deal with Style Seat. I don't have a website or any of that thing. Facebook is my booking app and it is my website. Tulsa's Gifted Braiders is a business page, so that's pretty much like my website. If you book on there, it's going to redirect you to Sharne Vick, which is my main page. I'm on there every day. I like to get my messages in that inbox. Sometimes people go to filter messages, but I check it every day. If you're not my friend, it's going to go to filter. But I check it. It's best to send a picture of the style you want, the day and the time, and your name. That's the best way to book an appointment.
Okay, so this is fun for me. So when I first booked an appointment with her, obviously I didn't know 2 shakes of a stick of what I was doing. So when I reached out to her, she was, I don't know what you were doing. I think you were probably doing hair, but somehow she was responding back to me and saying, okay, you need to get this many bags of hair. So when I've seen her braiding, she will be in somebody's head, pick up the phone, la la la, go back to braiding, pick up the phone, la la la, and go back to braiding. So that's what she was doing. So I got the bags of hair, and then she said I needed to get some stuff for the what do you call this here?
Edge control.
The edge control. That's what it was. I didn't know what I was doing, so I was in the store getting the hair and texting her. Had no idea that this woman was actually working at the time. She was working and texting me somehow in the head, texting me, telling me what to get. Now, once that happened, she doesn't know this, but for me, I was like, I'm sold. This is good for me. Now, of course, sometimes we travel and take my daughter to wherever's available at the time, wherever we go. But I was like, with this professional and the fact that she's helping this man know how to help his daughter out, I was pretty impressed with that. So if you need somebody in the Tulsa area or Oklahoma City, you almost forgot, you got people in Oklahoma City.
Yes.
You need to reach out to Miss Sharne Vick because she is a bad mamma jamma when it comes to braiding hair. So, Sharne, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for now. Remember, mother's on a mission. Peace out. That's it.